Max moving around okay after the ankle?
Yeah. Yes, he sure is. Yep. I'm not seeing any. I don't think his vertical is not what it was, but that was not as strength as it was, so he's fine.
Is this a time when you would see stamina issues with freshmen in the past when they've been going?
Well, that's interesting. I have seen. We've talked to a couple of guys about some things that show that they may be not hitting a wall, but they may be a little bit not lazy is not the right word. They're not as prepared in a stance doing things that you have to do. And that's usually a sign that, hey, wait a minute, we've been going at it for a while. The answer would be we all need a little break here over the holiday, just to, when you have that many freshmen playing. I know they'll cherish those 4 days they'll have at home.
What did you see? Mitch didn't have his best in foul trouble in some
Yeah.
What did you see from him that kind of...
It's funny, the things that he is doing, they're not overly physical. They're just a common way the game is called. And he's got to learn about what they call and what's actually happening. Because it was a very, very physical game. Trey was on his tail a lot. He only shot a couple foul shots. There's ways that people can be physical without fouling, and then there's ways you can be foul without being physical. And Mitch is still trying to learn those differences.
Nick had a rough night. I think like 1 assist and I think it was 6 turnovers.
6 turnovers, yeah.
Was there something that caused me?
No, I think it has a lot to do with West Virginia's style and how aggressive that they were, and they really, made him bounce the ball and make decisions, and they swarmed him, and he's actually very good at that. He wasn't on Saturday.
Do you sit there and talk to him about the technical, or do you just kind of?
No, I watched the video, and I watched the video several times, and it's what you have to learn as a player, he runs to that corner the whole game in front of their bench, and he's heard it all the time. He's hearing from their bench the whole time, I'm sure. Most benches may say something, but he cannot respond, and he's not.
Was it good for him? I mean, he's been so high all season. Was it good for him to have a game where there was a lot, I'm sure?
I don't think it's ever good to have a bad game, but unless you learn from it, and I think, he didn't have a bad game. I mean, he made tough foul shots to help us, and he made a couple of big threes that we really needed to have, and it's all part of the process.
John, it seems that Trey's played so much better in the big games, the West Virginia game, the NC State game, your biggest games this year. What has he done differently to answer the bell, or is it anything that he's done differently?
I wish, and maybe we'll do that sometime, that we'll have you just watch a practice. And we were just scrimmaging, right? We had 3 different scrimmages, us against Eastern with our scout team, us against Eastern in three different scoreboards in transition defense, and then us against us. And each one is just the same competitive. He's the one telling our guys, come on, we're going to win this one, we're going to win this one. And that's his approach. So I don't think it has anything to do, my guess would be it doesn't have anything to do with who we're playing, it's how he plays. But he certainly, there's challenges involved, personal challenges involved in some of those games that you may not want to, let a sleeping dog lie a little bit, because the better the challenge, the more he responds individually.
Is he at his highest level with you guys right now?
I think this, as far as the complete level of understanding, for one thing, college basketball, how to play the right way, our coaching staff, his teammates, yeah, and that's. I think most sophomores at this time that have been starting for 2 years would be in a similar situation, but his is just at a very high level where his improvement has been.
Is that maybe his best game Saturday?
It's tough for me to judge that. I mean, he's had some really good games over there, but he played really well in that game.
Is he maybe not even playing like a sophomore? Is he the level, in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio, taking care of the ball, is he maybe playing at a junior, senior level?
I think his poise, what I've seen is his poise in the game has always gave him a maturity beyond his years, and I think we're seeing that right now, and his will to win and not to give in to fatigue. I mean, what's remarkable about him, those times he takes the ball, it's called a wall layup. When you go up, your body's on, you score, there's incidental contact. Sometimes it's pretty strong contact, actually. And he's on the ground, and they're pushing the ball up the floor. Do you know how hard it is to get off the ground and get back into a 5-on-5? And he did it at least 8 or 9 times in that game. So I forget what your question was, Rob, but he's just doing things that he plays beyond his fatigue level, beyond his years.